Here's a bright idea. Let's put in some weapons and some armor that reinforces stealth instead of giving the people what they keep asking for, which is armor customization. Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're talking about the new warband that was just announced called Redacted Regiment. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. And this could be very hot takey. This could sound very complainy, very cry divery, but I'll let you guys know straight up. Not excited for this, but let's get into everything. Let's talk about it, and I'll explain my reasons as to why I'm not really excited about this warband. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into this. So, the first thing I need to talk about is the armor. So, I'm going to be posting pictures. These are just pictures that I have. I don't know how true all of these are going to be when the actual stuff comes out, but this stuff's been leaked for months now. So, I'm assuming not much has changed. If stuff does change when it comes out, like, okay, but I'll be putting pictures of everything that I have up here. So the first thing, like I said, is armor. And armor passive is reduced signature. The wearer makes 50% less noise when moving and reduces range at which enemies can detect the wearer by 40%. Now, honestly, even with the Halo warband, when I saw that it was, you're not able to be detected as easily, or you're quieter, your movement is quieter, I was kind of like rolling my eyes, whatever. And even when I got to use it, it didn't really work. So for me to really care about this armor passive at all, there needs to be a really big change to stealth. I mean, I know that this warband's dropping on a Tuesday, and that's normally when they put out updates. I would imagine that we're going to get a really big update this day, where it's going to fix a lot of the problems that are attached to this warband, which I'll get into them. But the first one just being that stealth really doesn't work. I mean, it kind of works on bots, but not great. Like, you really, like, your whole team needs to be locked in on stealth, and even then it doesn't work too well. If you're trying to stealth by yourself and no one else is, I mean, you're just gonna get caught in a firefight. It's pretty good if you're running by yourself, but I mean, you can also do just fine without it. I mean, I don't know, stealth just never really hit home for me in Helldivers. But if they buff stealth, if they make it worth your while, I might try it. It might be good. Who knows? Honestly, the armor looks great. Like, I love the design of it. I mean, that's something I've always preached about, is I think the armor design, like, the people that are in charge of it deserve a raise. The armor design here is fantastic. Again, looks great. Just really don't care about the passive. I think it's pretty bad, honestly. And also, something I really want to complain about, I don't like it when they give us two armors with the same passive. Well, I mean, they all have the same passive, but when they give us two lights and a medium, or two heavies and a light, or two mediums, I don't like it when they do that. I would rather one for light, medium, and heavy. Now, I understand heavy guys wouldn't really stealth too much, but I just don't like it when there's two of the same armor class with the same passive, when they put that out in a warband. And I'm pretty sure, from what I've heard, the Superstore armor is light armor as well. There's a light armor and a medium armor in the warband, and a light armor in the Superstore, is what I've heard. Don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, not a big fan of that. So honestly, armor, looks cool. There's one helmet in there. It's the light armor helmet. I'm probably going to be rocking that because I think that thing looks sweet. Besides that, kind of stinker. And unless stealth gets a massive buff, I mean, I don't see myself ever running this armor for the passive, honestly. Alright, so on to the next thing. My favorite class of weapons, the assault rifle, the AR-59 suppressor. No, I'm just going to start this right here. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. Fucking boring. Holy shit. I'm going to put up the stats for this and the stats for the Liberator. They're damn near the same gun. Actually, with a suppressor, the assault rifle has worse recoil, and I'm sure it's due to the higher fire rate, but it's basically the same thing with a suppressor. Like, boring. Boring. I have gun, now it shoot, but sounds different. I mean, suppressors don't work already, so it's literally a gun that does less damage, right? Less damage, as of right now, as far as we know, does less damage, shoots a little bit faster, just sounds different. Light armor pen, I mean, what? What do you want me to say here? Boring. And I feel the exact same way about the next weapon. So let's just talk about that now. The R72 sensor. Boring! Again, it's literally the Diligence with a suppressor. I'm putting the Diligence up there. You guys can compare the stats as you want. I mean, they're damn near the same thing. Again, like, the sensor, it has a higher fire rate and a couple less bullets in the magazine. Boring. You know what I was thinking? would be a much better idea. Instead of giving us 2 suppressed weapons where you can't take the suppressor off, maybe instead, in the war bond, give us the suppressor attachment to where we could put it on any weapon. Obviously, like, shotgun's probably not going to work. A crossbow probably not going to work. But you get what I'm saying, like the assault rifles, SMGs, marksman rifles. Maybe instead of giving us 2 weapons that are suppressed, maybe give us just the suppressor attachment. Let's see if the suppressors even work. I hope. Oh God, if they seriously put this stuff out and the suppressors still don't work, there will be riots. I'm still mad about the SMG from Halo and the pistol from Halo. The suppressors still don't work with them. I mean, yeah, it's lore accurate to the game where they had suppressors and the suppressors didn't work in that game either. But they should work. It's what it's supposed to do, no? I get that in real life suppressors don't, like, I get that suppressors in real life don't actually, like, make everything quiet to where nobody can hear you. But I know that there's a way in real life that we do it. I think it's with, like, subsonic rounds or something. I'm not, like, a gun expert or anything. But in fiction, in fantasy, in war movies, even the ones that are trying to be realistic, they show that a suppressor means it's super quiet. Why do you think stealth is so fun in Splinter Cell? Because the suppressor don't make any sound unless the bullet hits something. So they really need to change how suppressors work. And also, I think it was a bad move giving us 2 guns that are suppressed rather than giving us the attachment completely. And this could all change, but this is just what's announced right now. And with what's announced right now, I'm very disappointed. Hey guys, we're going to take a couple minutes here real quick, take a quick break. Just to remind you guys all that if you're really enjoying what you're seeing and you want to see more, please go down and click that big red button and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. It takes 2 seconds out of your day, but it makes my day that much better. And we're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're 19 away, and you could be that 19th subscriber. You could be the one that gets me to 1,000. Do your good deed for the day. Go down and click that big red button. It'd mean so much to me, but let's get back to the video. All right, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is the sidearm, the secondary weapon, which is the P35 Re-educator. Now, this thing actually looks cool. It looks like it confuses the enemy and kind of stuns them. Kind of like, you're hitting them with gas, like the spear gun or a gas grenade. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, the spear gun's one of the best support weapons in the game. I love the thing. But I do have a couple questions about it, like, will it be able to close bug holes or destroy fabricators? If it can do that, this could be actually a really solid secondary that could take me away from the Senator, a sword, or ultimatum. Those are like my 3 sidearms that I use. So yeah, this is literally what it looks like is a pocket spear gun. And if that's how it works, awesome. This could actually, like, I mean, what more do you want me to say? Like, this could actually be a really good secondary. Out of weapons here, like guns, yeah, this is probably the coolest one. And probably the gun I'm most excited for out of all of them. So yeah, Re-educator. Very curious how that works, and I'm really excited to try it. Alright, so the next thing on our list is the TM TAC 1 Lure Mine. Now this thing actually looks cool, and what it says here is that it's anti-tank. Now it only does 1,000 damage, so I don't know how effective of an anti-tank this is going to be. But I can already see, like, I can see the vision right here, right? Like, let's say me and the squad are going into a fortress, and we're trying to get out of there. We blew everything up. We're trying to get out. And we're getting chased by, like, we get those berserker seeds, and, you just have, like, 20 of them chasing you, and you just throw this down, and it takes them all off you so you can get away. This thing will be useful. It's easy. The lure mine is easily the most excited thing I have here. I can't wait to try this thing. This thing looks like it'll be absolutely bonkers. I mean, I'm assuming it'll, like, one-shot berserkers and devastators if they're close enough. I'm curious how well it'll do against, like, hulks. And I'm also curious if, like, flesh mobs or harvesters or bio-titans or chargers, I'm curious if the heavy units will also be lured to it. If that's the case, like, if this lures a bio-titan away from me that's chasing me down, this thing could be awesome. So I'm very excited for this, and also curious as to how many we'll be able to hold. So lure mine, easily the coolest thing here. It might actually make me put the thermites away. So super pumped for this. Can't wait to try it. The next thing on our list is something that I'm hearing a lot of people are really excited for, and I wish I could be excited with you. It is the C4. So what I'm seeing with the C4 right now, we don't know how much damage it does, but we do know it says that it's anti-tank. And we also know that it takes up a backpack slot. I'm assuming if you don't take the backpack, you get 1 C4 to use. If you take the backpack with you, you have 7. I'm just assuming. If it's just a backpack, then you only get 6. I see this C4 having a maxi gun problem. So the maxi gun I did think was cool. I did think it was fun. But realistically, you know what's better than the maxi gun? A supply pack and a machine gun. Because with the supply pack, you can continuously reload yourself. On top of that, if you ran out of stims, it can also give you stims. Like with 4 mags for the machine gun, I'm pretty sure that's more than you get in the maxi gun. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's close. If not, you have more. And also the machine gun's easier to control, has much better ammo economy, and if you're running a supply pack, you'll never run out of ammo. And I see the C4 having the same problem, because the C4 for me instantly is going to get compared to the thermites. So I could either run with 6, count them, 6 C4 bombs, possibly 7, or I could run a supply pack with the engineering kit and thermite grenades, which gives me 5 thermite grenades plus a supply pack to continuously restock me. And if I die, I get 5 more again. And I have a really good feeling that that's exactly what I'm going to run into with the C4. Is like, yeah, it'll probably be cool, it'll probably be fun, but it's not going to be better than the thermites. I guarantee it. The only thing that would make the C4 better is it needs to be able to actually take down like stratagem jammers. That's the word. It needs to be able to take them out. It needs to be able to take out detector towers. It needs to be able to take out gunship facilities. It needs to be able to take out these things. Like, and I'm not saying put 1 on and call it a day. Like, I'm saying like put 2 or 3 on and it should be able to destroy objectives. If it's not able to do that, I don't see it being worth it. I just don't. I mean, yeah, you could clear out a fortress with C4 if you can get to all the fabricators and blow them up. Because right now with stealth, the odds of you getting in there to do this, not too likely. If it can't destroy objectives, if it can't one-shot a Hulk, if it cannot one-shot a War Strider, it's not going to be worth it. It just isn't. I mean, you're losing a whole backpack slot for this. It's a support weapon. It's your recoilless rifle. So you're telling me I'm going to have 6, maybe 7 C4 charges that, let's just say it can kill a War Strider. I got to get close enough to throw the C4 onto it. I've got to also possibly even put it on the right spot. Like maybe if I attach it to the head, it'll be able to kill it in one shot. I don't know. We got to try it. But I got to be able to get close enough to throw the thing. And that's not if I don't fuck up and get shot by the cringe turret, which will then, as I'm throwing the C4, have it land on top of me. Now, if I want to detonate any C4, I'm going to have to blow myself up too. I don't know. I've had that same issue with thermites. So that's a thermite issue as well. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't see myself being as excited for this. I do see the C4 being pretty fun for possibly taking down Hive Lords. I could have a good time with that, but I'm curious if they will get unstuck as the Hive Lord goes underground, just like with thermites. I'm very curious. But I could see this. I could see it being fun and good, but it needs to be able to take down objectives, and it also needs to be able to one-shot these other enemies just like a thermite can. If it can't do that, then this will not be worth it. Anyway, moving on. Next thing, this is what I heard is a Superstore item. It's a smoke screen grenade. So how it was described to me is that it is a impact grenade that launches out smoke. Fucking lame. Seriously? How many super credits is this thing going to cost in the Superstore? Please, someone tell me. Is it going to be 100 super credits? A whole $1 for impact smoke grenade? Smoke better be so overpowered if they're putting an impact smoke grenade in the Superstore. How the mighty have fallen. Last War Bond, we got one of the coolest things in the Superstore. That double barrel shotgun was so fun. It was cool. It was useful. It actually worked. And now, how far we have fallen to where we are now having impact smoke grenades. Fuck it. Fuck it, Arrowhead. If you're going to insult me by putting impact smoke grenades in the Superstore, I'm fine. Just start putting primary weapons in there. Fuck it. Fuck it. I mean, we did it with the double freedom, but I know that was something that people were stressed about. No, honestly, I want it to be worth a damn. Whatever that weapon is in the Superstore, please make it worth a damn. If I'm spending solely super credits to get that weapon, please make it worth a damn, and don't make it impact smoke grenades. If smoke isn't overpowered, this is going to be the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen. Right next to the Halo weapons that were suppressed, not actually working. So now, I mean, everything else, like, nothing else too much really to talk about in the Superstore. I mean, the capes, they look cool. The banners, they also look cool. I do like the Redacted title. I think that's Pretty sick. Worthless booster, by the way. Like, how many times have you guys tried putting on Fire Pod booster and you got kicked? How many times have you put on Stun booster and it do nothing? I really don't see the smoke screen booster doing anything. So for those that don't know, smoke screen booster or smoke screen hell pods is the booster that is going to be in this next Warbond. Again, smoke better get buffed like a motherfucker. Smoke and stealth better get buffed, and I will make a response video if they do buff it. Arrowhead, if you're listening, if you do not buff smoke and stealth when you drop this Warbond on Tuesday, this is going to be a fucking flop. It will. If you don't fix the suppressed weapons, if you don't fix smoke to make it really good, if you don't make it to where stealth is super viable and possibly even easier, if you make it to where stealth is easier than just normal gameplay, like if you can do stealth to make the mission easier, if they make that a reality, then boom, this Warbond has its place. But it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Terrible booster. Also, we got a victory pose in here, which I want to point out to some of the veterans here. This is the first victory pose we have gotten in a Warbond since Chemical Agents, which, from my quick research, that came out September 19th of 2024. Now, victory poses don't mean much. I'll probably just keep the squat victory pose on because that one changes every now and again. Like your guy does a different animation when he squats sometimes. But just wanted to point out that we haven't had a victory pose in a year and a half. Besides the point, pretty cool. So all in all, how do I feel about this? I think you guys can kind of get the picture here. I'm realistically, honestly, subjectively, not too excited. This doesn't seem like a Warbond for me. I'm obviously going to get it. I'm going to try everything out and tell you guys about it. Maybe I'll be flat out wrong. Maybe they will buff everything that I've been talking about. But as of right now, if the Warbond came out right now and the game is as it is, I would not like this Warbond. And I know I wouldn't. Yeah, not too excited. The only thing that does have me kind of giddy and excited is this Warbond is coming out on a Tuesday. And that's normally when they update the game. They put out some type of big update. So I'm expecting with this Warbond, we also get a drop of like some actual content. Because, oh baby, I need some new missions. I need something new here. I'm getting burnt out. I need new stuff. I mean, I can only launch so many more ICBMs before I pull out my hair. And I don't got a lot of hair left, so I can't really risk that. And also, I know I sound very angry right now, but I do trust in Arrowhead to deliver on good content. I know that their balancing is a little iffy. I know that it's not so much a co-op shooter. Like there's easily better co-op shooters where it actually encourages cooperative gameplay more. One thing I can say is that they have delivered completely on awesome content. Mega Cities, gameplay loop, Battle of Super Earth, the Hive worlds, even the Magma worlds with those new missions. I mean, it's all been good. So I do trust Arrowhead to like that. I don't think they would put this out knowing that suppressors don't work. So I bet you that it's fixed and it's coming out on Tuesday. I'm expecting a big patch and I'm expecting new content. Just new content is sorely needed. I know I'm normally optimistic when it comes to these Warbond speculation videos or just kind of reviewing the trailer, but this one just seems lame. It just does. Really, this is the first time I'm feeling it where it feels like reskinned weapons. I know people have said that before where it's like, oh, it's a side grade or it's a reskinned weapon, not really anything new. This is the first time I'm really feeling that pain, and everything else in this just seems so worthless to me. It just does. There's one thing in here where I'm excited to try. I don't even know if it'll take me away from thermites. We're going to obviously have to see how it does. So, final notes here. Fix stealth, fix smoke, and fix the suppressors, and this Warbond could actually be really fun. But if they don't do any of those three things, if they leave all of that the same, it's going to be bad on Tuesday. It's going to be bad. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to ask again because I'm getting close and I'm getting excited. Please, if you enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more, please go down and click that big red button and subscribe. Also, I'm going to leave a link for my Discord down in the description as well if you would like to join. Not a whole lot of people in there, but you might catch my thoughts and I make a lot of announcements there too. So if you want to stop by, you usually hear everything first there before you'll hear it here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Clutch Cookie, signing out. Bye, guys.